All right, we have another beer coming into us from Weyerbacher Brewing in Easton, Pennsylvania. This is the Winter Ale from Weyerbacher. We are in the dead of winter right now, being the end of January. So we're going to drink this 5.6% alcohol by volume English Brown Ale. Now, when I think of English Brown Ales, usually I think of ales like Newcastle. Not my favorite style of beer. I've never had a real English Brown Ale that's really blown me away yet. Usually it's kind of a bland style in my opinion. However, I will be as unbiased as I possibly can with this style. 78 on Beer Advocate, which is okay. A 57 on Rate Beer, which is meh. But again, judging by the style, Rate Beer might not have really too high of an opinion of English Brown Ales. All it says is it's brewed with deep roasted chocolate malts. So maybe we're looking at a chocolate-infused English Brown Ale. I always like the chocolatey kind of taste. Usually when beers boast chocolate, they taste more like coffee or just a roasted kind of malt taste. And usually I don't get the chocolate taste. Some of them I do, but I would say the majority, even though they say chocolate, not usually the case. Let's pour her into this glass, this Victory Donnybrook Stout glass, and as we pour it in, we see a dark brown pour. This is almost maybe a shade or two away from a porter kind of looking beer. But this is definitely a dark, wow, this is a dark brown. Much darker than Newcastle. And it almost looks a bit like a half and half. As you can see, the top portion is a little darker than the bottom portion. We have about half a finger of head or so. And this is a little bit of a khaki looking color, off-white. Not quite completely there, not quite completely brown either. So let's get the aroma now of Weyerbacher Winter Ale. Yeah, definitely getting a roasted quality. I'm getting that bland smell. I'm getting just the quintessential brown ale. Yeah, very light roasted notes. I'm getting no chocolate on the nose whatsoever, which is as kind of I feared. However, maybe the taste of the chocolate will show up in this beer. Let's get the taste now of Weyerbacher Winter Ale. Maybe a tad, a hint of the chocolate, definitely in the aftertaste. Right at the tip of the tongue, it's very almost gets a watered down kind of taste to it, and then the roasted notes, the malt really hits you in the back of the tongue. And it leaves that portery kind of taste in the back of the throat. It's almost like a stout brown ale combination. It's a very light kind of taste in the back of the throat of a chocolatey roasty note. Not really really that full, but it's not really that full English brown ale kind of taste either, as I just mentioned. I'm doing a new system where I'm trying to take 3 sips before I give a final grade on these beers. Difficult. It's almost like you poured about a third, or maybe a quarter of a regular American stout, and you poured Newcastle on top of it, and you got this. Not my favorite, but not one to turn down either, especially like on a cold, snowy night. I'm going to go ahead and give Weyerbacher Winter Ale. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Almost gave it a 7, but I'm going to round down to a 6.5 in this case. Appearance doesn't look like a brown ale. It looks like, as I mentioned, it looks like someone poured a bit of porter and then, or a bit of stout rather, maybe a bit of porter, I don't know, and then filled the rest up with a brown ale. Taste is not blowing me away. Not really getting too much of the chocolate. I'm getting a little bit in the back of the throat, but not too much. The aroma is definitely just it smells like a brown ale, aroma-wise. Taste just doesn't blow me away. It's probably a very forgettable kind of beer, but not one that if someone just handed it to you, that you would say no and throw it away.